Uttarakhand is a Himalayan state located in northern India. Along with most of Nepal, it makes up the central Himalayan region, the Himont. Followers of Dharma also know this region by another name, Devbhumi, which translates to Godland. Great minds have made pilgrimage to this land for eons. Antiquity witnessed Vyasa compose three of the four Vedas in these mountains. Modernity saw the likes of Virat Kohli, Steve Jobs, the Beatles, among countless others, seeking refuge here during their most frustrating periods. This land is legend, a cradle for self-realization. Self-realization is about understanding your true identity, values, and purpose in order to introspect and gain authenticity, thus inner peace. I did not come here for this purpose. I self-realized by leaving my motherland for shores far away. I only return for one purpose: self-actualization. Self-actualization is about fulfilling one's talent, ability, and potential. It is external, not internal, focusing on creativity, achievement, and growth. This is the town of Kotdwara. Its name translates to Castle Gate, fitting as it is the gateway for a region rarely conquered. Kotdwara was nothing more than jungle for most of its history, locally called Kaludandi, meaning the Black Forest, due to its dense canopy. The oldest settlement in Kotdwara is Karnavashram, a hermitage where scholarship and spiritual discipline were pursued for the purpose of self-actualization. Its most prolific student was King Bharat, father of the Bharata clan, who was born in the ashram in the 14th century BCE and studied under the tutelage of sage Karna himself. He established a kingdom in northern India called Bharatvarsh. This is where India derives her indigenous name of Bharat. In fact, all regions south of the Himalayas are still collectively called Bharatvarsh. This is one of the charms of the old world. The smallest places hold grand prehistoric memories. Side note for the curious, the subcontinent in its entirety is natively called Jambudvipa. Jim Corbett was an Indian naturalist from Nainital, Kumaon, modern day Uttarakhand. He became famous for hunting man eaters such as the Champavat tiger and the Rudraprayag leopard. Altogether, he had 33 successful hunts, including some of the most notorious man eaters in Uttarakhand's history. To give an idea, the Champavat tiger alone, Jim's first successful hunt, had killed over 1,000 people in the Kumaon region. As Jim matured, he went from being a hunter to a conservator of nature. In 1936, he helped establish India's first national park in Uttarakhand. The iconic park, headquartered in Nainital, was renamed Jim Corbett National Park in 1957. Stretching 1,318 square kilometers, the park harbors the Corbett Tiger Reserve at its core. The Tiger Reserve has 260 tigers, making it the largest conservator of India's national animal. This success is due to four main reasons: large and healthy prey base, dense forest cover and river systems, strict anti-poaching measures, and well-connected corridors with the Rajaji, Pilibhit, and Dudhwa reserves, essential for migration and genetic mixing. Corbett Tiger Reserve is an epitome of what happens when local, state, and national governments design and enforce policies based on science and expertise from the experienced. On this trip to Uttarakhand, the only complaint everyone everywhere had was the re-emergence of the man-eaters, many considering this to be the worst outbreak since the colonial era when Old Jim was around. Leopards and bears are the culprits. However, human activity, along with environmental changes caused by humans, are the actual criminals. Pahadis, the people of the central Himalayas, have a culture harmonious with nature. The relationship is celebratory and devotional, best showcased by the tree-hugging movement which was birthed by the women of these hills. Thus, the challenge of delivering development and material progress without incurring Mother Nature's wrath and the voters is paramount for those seeking to govern these mountains. The vision for Uttarakhand's development is that every Pahadi should be able to afford trips to their state's numerous nature reserves. This temple is dedicated to the Mother Goddess. She represents Shakti, which means energy. All that exists is Shakti. Even matter is just a condensed form of energy. The goddess has many avatars, or as we say, avatars, and stories, all explaining the different aspects of Shakti. One famous story is that of her Durga avatar killing the demon king Mahisasura, representing the death of arrogance. Ignorant men forget that their birth was only possible due to the compassion-driven sacrifice of a woman. The Mother Goddess punishes such abhorrent egos. Wise are those men who submit to their mother's lesson. Doomed are those who don't.